Somebody out there took my son.
Mike, I know who Tommy really is.
I'm your brother, John.
But I'm also a cop.
I can't lose my son. Can you live with yourself knowing you stole someone else's kid?
You will keep your mouth shut.
One life to live.
Mr. Lawrence, I've asked you to enter a plea.
I am absolutely not guilty, Your Honor.
Any recommendations on bail, Miss Hannon?
Yes, Your Honor. The people request remand.
That's ridiculous.
Your client is a flight risk. He's a very wealthy man who's in a lot of trouble, and he has no real ties to the community.
My client intends to stay in Landview and prove his innocence.
Hey, Lawrence!
Please be silent or I'll clear this room.
What happened to my kid, you son of a bitch?
Hannah, it's good to see you. Could we have some time?
Sure. I've been worried about you.
Are you here as a therapist or a friend?
Both.
Hannah, I've made such a mess.
We're human. We make mistakes.
This is a little bit more than a mistake. You know, I killed a man, and then I married someone I didn't love to keep it quiet. What am I gonna do?
Look, I know there are reach for bookings, but Capricorn would be perfect for Arcade Fire. Just mention my name to Artie, and then... Who's Artie? Are you kidding? He's only the son of the band's promoter's wife's first husband. He and I used to be tight, okay? He'll totally remember me.
All right.
Hey!
Get out of my club.
Michael,
Good. You're here too.
come in.
What's up, Michael? You know as well as I do. Todd's back. I just need to know if the three of us are still on the same page, you know? As far as my son's concerned.
Get out of your club?
That's what I said.
You told me your brother owns this place and you were just the hired help. Can I have my phone back, please? The one you just hung up, therefore losing the best booking you've had in months.
Oh, yeah, you're a real player in the music industry. That's why we found you in Chicago, helping that scum boyfriend of yours kidnap Todd Manning, right? Come on, back it going.
Can't we just talk about this?
I already told you no 1,000 times. Look, I got work to do here. Ever heard of work? Comes in handy for paying your share of the rent.
Yeah, talk to my grandpa, okay? He's the one who insisted I didn't leave town.
All right. And if we didn't need you to be a witness against Miles Lawrence, you'd be out on the street.
Is it painful?
What's that?
That giant pole up your butt?
I thought I told you to get lost.
Okay, I'll give you the first booking free of charge.
Look, Sarah, you have no experience booking bands. You can't have a job because you like the way the title sounds.
I have been in the music industry since I was a teenager. Okay, I had a record deal. You know that. I have tons of contacts.
I'm sure you do, but you know what? I'm the boss here, which means I make the rules. And look, you want to work here? You got to start at the bottom.
Doing what?
I don't know, waitressing, hosting, things like that.
You didn't start at the bottom.
Well, my brother owns this place. And I have worked at a club before. Show me you can work hard and I'll let you move up, I promise you.
To what? Bartender?
Yeah, right, if you're lucky. What do you think you're doing?
Well, since you're too stubborn to give me a job worthy of my talent, I'm going to have to settle for being your first customer of the evening. Make me a cosmopolitan.
I'm not the bartender.
Your brother lets you manage this place, but you don't know how to make a drink?
All right. I'll make you a cosmopolitan. First, show me the money.
Does Marcy suspect anything?
She keeps asking me if something's wrong. I mean, she knows I'm a wreck. Okay, does she have any idea it's about Tommy and Todd? I don't think so. I mean, if she'd put it together, she'd say something to me.
Look, Todd went through hell trying to find his son, and he still didn't come up with anything.
Look, Spencer Truman must have really covered his tracks when he got Tommy adopted.
And no one's gonna hear a word from us.
We're not making you feel any better, are we?
Things have changed.
What things?
Marcy. She told me that she can't have kids.
Oh, Michael, I'm so sorry. Poor Marcy, I know she wanted to have a big family.
Mm-hmm. If Todd finds out who Tommy really is, they'll take him away from us. We'll never have another child.
Mr. Manning, I must ask you not to interrupt these proceedings.
Well, these proceedings are about me, Your Honor. I'm the one he kidnapped and drugged while he did God knows what to my son.
Your Honor, this is completely prejudicial. How can my
Where's my
client
son,
hope to
Miles?
receive a fair
Did you
trial?
kill him? Did you murder a defenseless little boy? Your Honor, he's got to go to jail or he's going to flee.
Quiet down, sir, or I will find you in contempt.
She means it. You just got out of the hospital. You won't end up in jail. Come on.
What did I miss?
Nothing that you haven't seen before.
Now that we can hear ourselves, I believe Ms. Hannon was about to respond on bail.
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant, Miles Lawrence, swore to Mr. Manning that he had information regarding his lost son. Mr. Manning chose to trust him, and for his troubles, he was stabbed, beaten, and imprisoned for weeks by the defendant and some goon he hired.
Your Honor, it has not been proven that my client had anything to do with what happened to Mr. Manning.
Go on, Ms. Hannon.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant also blackmailed Marty Saybrook into marriage, threatening to reveal a crime that she may or may not have committed. And now Mr. Lawrence says he wants to stay here and prove his innocence. Well, I'm sorry. In light of recent evidence, I find it very difficult to believe anything the defendant says.
Mr. Gunn?
Ms. Hannon uttered a lot of unproven assertions. Here are the facts. My client is not a danger to the community. He spent the entirety of his life until very recently in a long-term care facility. Landview is the first real home he's ever known. Everything he's ever wanted. A family, a normal life, a whole new existence is here in Landview. He intends to fight for that new life by staying here and proving he's innocent of these charges. Now, unlike some people in this courtroom, he's been calm and respectful. We ask for a reasonable bail, but we'll abide by whatever decision Your Honor makes.
That's right, you will. In the matter of bail.
Excuse me, can I say something, please?
Who are you?
Cole Thornhart. Miles Lawrence married my mom.
What is it that you want to say?
Oh, only that Miles should have never came to Landview and he should be behind bars the rest of his life.
How's Marcy taking it?
She feels pretty badly for herself. And for me. And I keep telling her that it doesn't matter, and she keeps on telling me, thank God, at least we have Tommy. If Todd finds out who Tommy is, I don't know what it's going to do to her.
Do you think Todd's any closer to finding out the truth?
Well, when he was brought into the hospital, he said he tracked his kid to what turned out to be an abandoned apartment.
Right?
But there was no kid there, just a tape of a crying baby. It was a trap.
Kid on the tape could be any baby.
Yeah, or somebody else could know our little secret.
Who? Truman's dead. The lawyer who handled the arrangements are dead. And so are Tommy's first adoptive parents.
You're forgetting about the man that sent Todd to Chicago. Miles Lawrence.
What I want you to do is I want you to tell me what you were feeling when you walked into Blair Kramer's hospital room and you saw Dr. Truman.
I was surprised, naturally. Spencer was supposed to be in his hospital room, locked in his hospital room with a guard on the door, and I had just visited him. And there he was, in Blair's room, attacking her. And I felt responsible.
Why?
I said he was unfit to stand trial. I was the reason he wasn't in prison. So I had to keep him from hurting Blair. So I called out and I told him to stop. And he looked at me and I thought he was going to kill me. So I looked down and I saw the scissors and I picked them up.
And you didn't tell me this before.
I actually just remembered. And I told Bo Buchanan. And that's why he arrested me.
What happened after you picked up the scissors?
I remember raising my arm with the scissors in my hand and pointing them at Spencer Truman. And then I don't remember anything else. I must be repressing it because what actually happened was so horrible. I mean, to think that I actually took somebody's life.
Yeah. Somebody who was in the act of going after a defenseless woman. He was attacking her, and he probably would have done the same to you.
But I should have called for help. I shouldn't have taken matters into my own hands.
What does Lieutenant McBain say?
He's a friend, and he's really fond of Cole, so he doesn't want to believe that I did it.
Marty, you were the victim of a violent act. You're not a violent person.
I must have snapped.
Maybe. Maybe Lieutenant McBain sees something else, something you don't.
I'm going to allow you to speak, son, but keep it short.
Yes, ma'am. That lawyer thinks that Miles isn't capable of hurting somebody? He wanted my mom, all right? But my mom didn't love him, so he blackmailed her to marry him. I found Mr. Manning in our storage room in our basement. When I found him, I thought he was dead. Miles came in, saw me with Mr. Manning, and that's when he told me that my mom might have killed Spencer Truman. He told me that if I told anybody that Mr. Manning was down there, or if I tried to help him, that he would turn my mom to the cops. Miles doesn't care about Mr. Manning. He doesn't care about my mom. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. Why should a guy like that be let go? He's gonna hurt somebody else. Ridiculous.
I've heard enough. I'm setting bail at $500,000 cash or bond, and Mr. Lawrence is to surrender his passport for the duration of these proceedings.
All rise.
Can you raise that kind of money?
A piece of cake.
Miles.
Natalie, thanks for staying.
I think it went pretty well.
Yeah, it was pretty hard to hear all of that. All I ever wanted was to make Marty happy.
Hey, 500,000.
Yeah.
It's nothing for him, right?
Right.
Did I screw things up? I shouldn't open my mouth.
You did fine. Lawrence was gonna make bail no matter what anybody said.
Well, you know, I'm actually kind of happy for the first time that my mom's in jail, because you can't hurt her there, right?
How's she doing?
How do you think? I mean, if my mom did kill the stream guy, it's because she was trying to stop him from hurting Star's mom. I mean, doesn't that say something? Is there any chance of her not going to jail?
I'm working on it, Cole. I'm working on it.
Come on, Todd, let me get you home.
That's something I'd like to do first.
What?
Wring that bastard's neck.
Well, so would I. But neither one of us are up to it right now, so come on.
I want to say goodbye to Cole before we leave.
Pardon me?
I saw you sitting beside him. What's up with that?
I decided to forgive him.
After he left me in a body bag?
Dad, look, I told you why he did that.
Okay, you know what? Let's not get into it. Just make your goodbyes quick and meet us in the car, all right?
Yeah.
Are you coming home, or are you going to be taking care of Todd?
Well, I'm going to pick Jack up, and then he and Star are going to have a sleepover at their dad's.
I see.
I'm sorry that the rumors of my death were exaggerated, Doreen. I'm sure it ruined your week.
On the contrary, I'm really very happy that you're back, Todd. Or didn't Blair tell you that I went all the way to Chicago to help look for you?
Ta-da, the new and improved Dorian Lord.
We'll see.
I'll be home soon, okay?
What time?
Why are you grilling me? Stars in high school, not me.
All right, I've gotten used to having you around the house. I'm going to miss you.
Well, I'm not going to empty your nest anytime soon, okay? Come on, help me get around.
All right, yeah, be careful.
Stop ordering me around. I'm not ordering you. No, I'm talking about him. Oh.
I'm going over to my dad's house. I just figured I would say bye.
Knock yourself out. I got someone I need to talk to.
Hey. I'm glad you said what you did. Hopefully my dad can understand now.
Think so?
No. But hopefully the only thing he can think about right now is how much he hates Miles Lawrence.
At least we agree on something.
Hey, I don't have anything to say to you. I wasn't talking to you. I wanted to have a word with your little friend here.
What? Ugh. Okay. You make a decent cosmopolitan. Are you happy?
Not so much.
You've had a chance to think and now you feel bad, right? I mean, who else in this room can book an act with a record deal?
Look, Sarah, I've already told you. We've booked Nellie, we've booked Mary J, all without your help.
Past tense, dude. I mean, look, give me an office and a computer and I can put this place back on the map. I don't need a phone, too. I want to use my cell phone for my personal calls. And an expense account wouldn't hurt.
Well, I can see why you'd need that.
Really? You changed your mind?
About you working here? Definitely.
Is this some kind of joke?
Oh, no, I'm dead serious. The card was declined.
No way. Try it again.
Well, if I do that, they might ask me to confiscate it. But come to think of it, I can use the reward.
Give me that. But there was plenty of room on this last time I checked.
Well, you take that up with the bank after you're done.
Very funny.
Well, I'm not laughing. Let's see, a couple of hours of washing dishes minus taxes and fika. Yeah, that ought to cover that Cosmo.
Be careful.
I
You're going to hurt your back now.
Chair. Have you had enough of this chair, sir? All right, I don't like it. Get off me.
Dad, come on. Be careful, Todd. Just help me a little bit.
Do me a favor. Get that thing out of my sight.
Come on. Sit down right there.
Okay.
Got it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For goodness sakes.
What's wrong?
You know, Todd, they have a really long list at the hospital of at-home care nurses.
I don't want some old bag walking around here with orthopedic shoes asking me if we're feeling better. One child, two child. It's good to be home. It's good to be with my kids.
Hey, I have something to show you.
Where is it?
It's upstairs in my room. Oh, my old room.
Well, go get it.
Do you want something to drink, Dad? Do you want anything?
No, I just want to look at you. Oh, Lordy. When are you gonna move your stuff back?
I have a good idea. I mean, given the condition that you're in, why don't the children stay with me until you're stronger?
No. I want my kids home with me starting tonight.
I see.
Dorian.
What does their mother think?
Look, Todd has been home for 2 minutes. Can we just let this go for a minute, please?
Okay, I guess that's my cue to get some liquid refreshments.
Thank you.
You're awfully quiet.
Well, I just can't get a word in edgewise.
You always could before.
You were gone for so long. I thought that you might have died.
Yeah, I know.
But now, it's just really nice to see you and Aunt Dorian arguing. Looks like things are getting back to normal. I guess I was just standing back being happy.
Yeah, that's good. But I wouldn't call things normal. When I left, you weren't dating Cole Thornhart.
Dad, that's because I thought you were going to kill him.
Okay, time out. I know, but he's been home 2 minutes, just like I told Dorian. Could you stop? Just be nice. Let's be
happy, okay? Okay.
Cole Farnhart. Well, you certainly are pushing it.
Well, I'm not here to see Star. I'm here to see her dad.
Well, Miles should be arraigned by now.
Well, I hope one of the charges against him is stealing your session tape from my office.
Yeah, there is nothing he wouldn't have done to get to me. He's obsessed.
It seems so.
How do I deal with this? You know, I moved to Landview because I want a quiet life among my friends. Is that too much to ask? You know, I've barely unpacked my box before they asked me to evaluate Spencer Truman. You know, it makes me so angry.
You have cause to be.
No, Cole does. You know, I thought this move would be good for him because he was missing Patrick. You know, and everything about our old place reminded him of everything that he lost. But he's been through hell, and now he might have to go it alone without a father or a mother.
Nora Hannah will make sure that he's...
No, he should be with me. Oh, I wish to God I had never moved back here. I'm just not used to making decisions on my own. It's not that I can't. It's just for so many years, I had Patrick there to make them with me.
Marty, isn't there anyone that you can turn to?
There's you.
And I was thinking of someone like John McBain.
John is a good man, and he believes in me even when I don't. But it's it's too late. It's just too late.
I don't think you should upset Natalie.
Worry about yourself. Can I talk to you for a minute?
I'll be fine.
Why are you doing this?
Doing what?
Well, we're all here because of you. He was going to plead guilty until you tore up his confession.
There are extenuating circumstances.
For kidnapping your uncle? Drugging him for weeks? Why are you making excuses for this guy?
You know, his entire family dumped him in a hospital because he was deformed.
Oh,
he doesn't know the way of the world.
Give me a break.
John, I mean it. It's not like he's a career criminal. This thing with Marty, it's a sickness.
He's playing you.
Look, I know what it's like to screw up and have nobody by your side. And I also know what it's like to have nobody believe you when you say you're sorry.
When did he say that?
Nobody in this town has given him a break since he's been here.
Oh, so what? You're gonna be his protector? You're gonna come to his aid?
I'm gonna be his friend.
I'm sure that's all it is.
What are you talking about?
Miles took over where Truman left off. He stood up for the scum that murdered my father.
But he didn't know the Spencer that we knew.
I can't help but thinking that this is because of us.
What?
Is this your way of getting back at me?
One Life to Live will continue in a moment here on ABC.
How can my card be canceled if I didn't do it? Look, my father pays this bill every month. He has plenty of money. Maybe you guys just lost a check or something. But I have had this card for 3 years, and I've never had any kind of... Well, what am I supposed to do? Fine. Fine. I'll have my people call your people.
Everything worked out?
It will be. You have an ATM in the back, right?
Well, I also have a sink full of glasses that need to be washed.
This can't be happening.
You know, this may come as a shock to you, but I do make decisions in my life for my own reasons that have absolutely nothing to do with you.
Oh, I know. I just never needed to be so concerned about the rights of psychopaths, like Lawrence.
Isn't it innocent until proven guilty?
What do you think's gonna happen when Manning testifies?
You know, from the story that I heard, Todd's body was dumped in Marty's living room. And this connection for Miles with the thing in Chicago, there is none.
Just goes to show you know nothing about this case.
Well, I know a lot about Mitch Lawrence. I was married to him.
Oh, so you were to Mitch as Marty is to Miles. How cozy.
Look, Mitch victimized both me and Miles. And we both know what it's like to have the entire world against you because you made a mistake. The difference is I'm a lot tougher than Miles is.
Well, good luck on your new crusade.
I'm not gonna talk to you about this anymore.
I'm sorry. I did my best, and that judge is a softie.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm gonna put someone on Lawrence, make sure he doesn't skip town.
Good. I was hoping you would. I spoke to Marty.
Yeah, I heard Cole's gonna be staying with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
It is good.
It's a good kid.
John, do you think there's a chance that she didn't kill Spencer?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. You know, I got these two cases.
I know. Miles and Marty.
Right. And somehow they're connected. I just can't.
What? John? What?
I'm gonna call you. I'll call you.
If you find something, you better call me. John?
I'll have your bail arranged shortly. You can sleep in your own bed tonight.
My own bed. I don't even know where that is.
Look, Michael, when Rex and I decided to keep this secret, we knew it wasn't going to be easy.
And we're not going to change our minds now.
Todd might come to you. He might ask you to investigate.
I doubt it. He thought I came up empty before.
If he does,
I'll think of something.
thanks. I can't believe that I'm actually praying for a man to spend the rest of his life thinking his little boy is gone forever. Even worse than that, I can't believe I'm gonna have to run into him over and over again and not tell him the truth.
This situation sucks.
In spades.
What Marcy just found out makes it worse.
But you didn't ask for any of this. Michael, you took Tommy in because you believed his parents were dead.
And then I learned differently. I made a choice, Rex. I chose between Marcy and my happiness and Todd's. And I'm gonna have to live with that for the rest of my life.
What's so important you couldn't say it at the courthouse?
Well, I didn't want to say it in front of everyone. I still don't.
Well, you'd like everyone else to leave the room?
No, it's okay. I mean, this is your first night back with your
Why don't
family.
you just say what you gotta say and get the hell out?
Well, what I wanted to tell you was that, well, I'm sorry. I knew what it was doing to Star not having you around. And I knew how messed up you were, and I was trying to figure out a way to help you when Miles showed up. But then he played me that tape of my mom confessing, and I just got so confused.
And having me out of the picture would give you a free hand with Star.
Dad, look, I understand that you're mad.
Yeah, I was half dead.
I was mad too. I dumped him for it.
Didn't stick.
Because I would have done the same thing if I were in his shoes. Dad, I care about you and Mom more than anybody else's parents, even Cole's.
Hey, listen, I let Miles scare me, all right? I'm sorry. I should have been a man about it, but I love your daughter.
Yeah.
And I want to work this out.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you and your mom go upstairs and check on Jack? I'll have a second with Cole here.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm on painkillers. I can't do anything. You can take me easy.
Okay. Gold Star.
Oh, well, bye. Guess this is my cue to get home. Hello, Cole. Todd, I just have to say this. You are so lucky. You are at home, safe, with your family that loves you, but you have used up one of your 9 lives. So for heaven's sake, will you please be careful? Please?
Let's get one thing straight. I don't like you. And all the apologies and explanations in the world are never gonna change that.
I was just thinking about what Cole said. How much he hates me.
He's just worried about his mother.
Right after I married Marty, there was this one morning when she made breakfast for all three of us. Pancakes smelled so good. It's delicious. Perfect. And I remember thinking, this is what a normal life is like. This is what it's like to be part of a family. And then just like that, it's all over.
Yeah. Yeah, I know all about the relationship screw-ups.
I don't believe that.
No, it is so true. First to cry. One day you just come to realize why it didn't work. And you see that you're better off that it's over. Because it just wasn't right.
Well, I'm not there yet.
Miles, when you care about somebody more than they care about you, it's no good for anyone.
Have you been through that before?
Oh, yeah, I've been through that quite a few times. You know, and you remember how you felt for the person, how much you cared. Then you just hope for something better.
I don't know if I can do what you did.
You have no choice.
So what happened at the courthouse?
Miles' arraignment's over.
And did he plead guilty?
No.
You're kidding.
I wish I was. He made bail.
Oh my God, Cole. Look, Nora, you have to make sure that he can't get to him.
It's all right. Ace's mansion has about 10,000 guards, and he's more than welcome to stay there as long as he needs to.
Thank you.
Sure. Son's pretty tough.
Why do you say that?
Because he stood up in that courtroom and told everyone what Miles did to you.
He's so much like Patrick sometimes, it scares me.
Okay, you need to try and feel better about this, Michael.
Yeah. Be nice if that was possible.
Adriana and I are on your side. And things will die down just like they did before. Todd bought that phony death certificate I gave him. He believed his son was dead. And now, after this whole Chicago thing, he's got to be even more convinced.
If we were talking about a normal person, I'd say yeah. But we're not. We're talking about Todd Manning. My bro, I gotta take this. Yeah, Johnny, what's up?
I need to speak to you right away.
Well, I'm a little busy right now.
This is serious, Mike.
God, don't do this to me!
How's it going?
Great, thanks.
Good. Just checking.
Don't tell me insufficient funds. I always have sufficient funds. I was born with sufficient funds, and it's the first of the month. I always get a deposit on the... Oh my God. I'm cut off.
I'm not asking you to take me fishing or anything. I know that we'll never really get along.
You know, the only thing we have in common is Star.
That's right. We both love her.
You love her?
Yes, sir, I do.
She's no pushover, you know.
That's one of the reasons why I love her.
Don't say that again. You're gonna put me back in the hospital. Think that's funny? Here's the thing. If I don't figure out some way to tolerate you, she's gonna hate me for the rest of her life.
And if I don't do the same with you, she'll break up with me.
So I guess we gotta figure out some way to tolerate each other.
That's how it seems to me. Okay, well, glad we had this talk. Not gonna keep you from your family any longer. Oh, and Mr. Manning, believe it or not, I'm glad you're okay.
He's leaving. All his body parts intact. You may come down now.
Mom said me and Star had a sleepover here.
That's right.
I asked Mom to stay, but she said no.
Jack!
Make her stay, Dad. Okay?
You never, ever should have talked to Bo without a lawyer present.
I know, okay? I know that. It's just that Miles had made me keep it a secret for so long. I just needed to set the record straight.
Well, you did that. So, enough with the breastfeeding and hire a lawyer and help him or her build you a good case.
I'm gonna plead guilty.
What? Please think about that.
Would you give my son my love and tell them that I'm all right?
Yeah, I will. And I'm sure he's gonna come by and see you first thing in the morning. Get some rest.
I will.
I don't want to do this over the phone. Be at my office in 1 hour.
Well, could you at least tell me what it's about?
Just be there, Mike.
Fine, I'm on my way. He wants to talk to me, says it's important.
Hey, don't worry about it. He doesn't know anything.
Yeah, I wish I had that type of confidence. Thank you, man, for everything you've done.
I'll keep the secret forever. For Tommy.
On the next One Life to Live.
Do you really remember killing Spencer?
Thank you
For what?
for letting Mom stay.
What if you told him that Tommy is Todd's son?
I'm gonna need a search warrant.
Watch weekdays on ABC